Hey, what's up, folks? We are live today. It is beautiful Tuesday here in Miami. Over to my boy, my host, Myron Gaines.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
And today we're going to talk about 10 things you should do to be a good wingman to your boy. All right, let's get started. Yes, sir. So we are back. Yo, dude.
Yo,
How's your day going, bro?
good, man. No complaints. As usual, I'm always up late and then wake up late. So I got like the degenerate hours right now. But for the most part, I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Hey, man, I woke up today flexing on those broke boys. Shout out to Corporate Tate. Nah, just kidding.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
good interview, man. I watched that. That was a good interview, man. I like the topics that were discussed and the views on things. You know what I mean? Especially with running the social media game, it's very important in 2020.
Facts, bro. And I wish you guys understood the power of it, because like once you get that, bro, like it's on easy mode. So
yeah, I mean, you pretty much source most of your girls from Instagram, which like nowadays is very difficult to do. You need like a top end social media profile to be able to do it. Which, guys, stay tuned. We're working on a course for that. For you to be out this year for sure. We're gonna actually start filming for it soon, but we're prioritizing the studio right now, making sure that we have that all set up for the podcast. But yeah, man, Lisa signed. Equipment is coming in. I got like a bunch of Amazon boxes here. And we got some really good things planned for you guys. Obviously, you guys know on the Patreon, patreon.com/freshfit. Obviously, we got a lot of content on there as well. We're uploading almost every day, at least one video. So, yeah.
And guys, we take a lot of feedback because like we want to make sure that we give you guys the best experience. And like overall, guys, like we give you guys a lot of value. Like I don't know anybody out here that's given as much value as us, honestly, on this platform. So there you go, man.
Yeah, facts. Like we looked at the competition on Patreon, man, and quite frankly, they're not offering nearly. Look at Hero, is making all that noise. No, I'm saying there's the other content creators I've looked at in this space on Patreon, bro. They're not offering as much value as we are. You know what I mean? Like we're doing Zoom calls, we're doing everything, man. So, which we will have one tonight as well after this show for all the patrons. So, yeah, man, this topic right here, man. This actually came up last week on the Fresh and Fit show. As you guys know, we do one on Tuesday and Thursday. And last week, someone asked about Wingman, being a good wing or going out and having trouble basically meeting women because his friends are idiots and simps.
Yep.
And that's when we kind of told him, hey, bro, you're better off going out by yourself than going out with a guy that's like a simp or doesn't know what he's doing. Because if you go out with the wrong guys, it could destroy you. And we thought, man, we should probably do a list, the top 10 things to do as a wingman to be good in 2020. And that's why we compiled this list, and we're gonna go through it, man. So yeah,
let's do it.
10-1 from 10 to 1. So go ahead, Fresh. We're gonna go into the first one right now.
Round 1, fight.
Right.
Go ahead.
All right. So number 1 in this case, right? Well, number 10 is actually, you know what? This is a funny one because like I feel like most guys don't think about it this way, but when you do, it makes a lot of sense. And all it's saying is like address your buddy and introduce them to the girls rather than you introduce the girls to them. So what I mean by that, I mean, like, for example, let's say you're out, right? You're with your buddy, but you go talk to the girls first. Let's say you're like the opener, right? You go open up the set at like a night game, and you go talk to the girls, and he comes after you kind of warm them up, and then, for example, most guys would be like, "Oh, hey, Katie and Perry, this is my boy Jack." Nah, do it in reverse. Add value to him. Hey, this is my boy Derek. He's a financial analyst here in Miami. Really cool dude. So you're introducing your boy, adding value, rather than, you know what I'm saying, letting the girls get that first like introduction, so to speak. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, no, it's very important, man. Like you should be when you're talking about your friend, it's gotta be like almost as if you're like overtly selling him to the girls. Like you should be a fine line, obviously. Like you can't be too much, which we're gonna get into next. But you definitely gotta like introduce your friend on a good platform. You can't make them come off as whack. Because what you guys got to understand is that the way women think, man, women don't think like us. Women think from a hive mind. And what I mean by that is that the collective has to approve on someone before they actually take any real sexual interest in them. And there's a bunch of biological reasons for this. But the long story short is for a woman to get pregnant, right, aka bang you, because even though we have birth control and all these like new modern advances, the act of sex in itself is still very invasive for women, okay? Because they have to have a larger stake in the reproduction process than men do, because obviously they're the ones pregnant for 9 months, etc. This is why they have so many more requirements than men do. Eggs are cheap, eggs are expensive, sperm is cheap. So what I mean by that is your friend needs some kind of social proof. Women need a cosign a lot of the time for them before they can like have sex with you, especially if they're going to have sex with you quickly. They need cosigns like right away. This is why when we say go on the first date, you need to have some kind of social proof where you're going to places that people know you. You're showing some social calibration when you interact with waiters, waitresses, etc., bartenders, because that speaks a lot to the type of person you are. And when the woman sees other people approving of you, other men, other women, etc., it's going to put you in a different category that you know what you're doing. So that's something that you want to incorporate. That's very important where you introduce your friend. Put the best foot forward for him. Don't like try to shit on him in front of them or whatever it may be. So yeah, so that's number 10. And we'll get right into the next one because it segues perfectly.
Yep.
Round 2, fight.
So with this next one, guys, but you don't want to oversell. And Fresh, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, man. So a lot of guys kind of want to like show off, so to speak, to girls a lot. And the worst thing you can do is oversell your friend or yourself to a girl, because what's gonna happen is she's gonna be like, oh, this guy's too boasty, too like show offy. Like, I don't like that type of attention. Like, you gotta be very subtle with females, because they want to have like they want to kind of find out themselves how much value you have, but just getting like a little hint. Like I said, for example, just like a little title. Hey, he's a financial analyst here in Miami. Derek is a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? This is my homeboy. Some guys will be like, oh, my boy is a millionaire. He has a Lambo up front. We doing things, we popping bottles, we out here. And it's like, yo, like she's cool with it, but like you don't have to tell her. She can see it. You got me in person. So I feel like guys try to oversell themselves sometimes, and it's kind of like a bad thing, because the girl's like, oh, this guy's braggadocious. Like, and then what happens is some girls will be like, you know what? I'm gonna just use him for his money because he's trying to brag and show off. All right, bet. Yep. I'm gonna take advantage of this dude because he's trying to like show off. So just be subtle about it. Be, what I'm saying, very, very like low key with it. And funny enough, as an example, right? Like I remember when I first got my my BMW i8, I had hit this girl for a date, right? And I wanted to take her out, but I didn't want to pick her up in the i8 because I was like, yo, that's a little bit too flexy at the beginning, and I kind of wanted to like shock her, right? So I actually took a Uber, met her, and then we took an Uber to the spot. And she's like, wait, you don't have a car? I'm like, I might have one. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like give some mystery there. Yeah. And then we ate. I'm saying she got to know me better one-on-one. So she didn't prejudge me, so to speak. And then I was like, yo, let's how about to my crib and let's chill, whatever, get some drinks, whatever. And then boom, she came back. She's like, oh my God, you have the BMW where the doors go up? I'm like, yeah. She's like, why didn't you drive it? I was like, I didn't feel like it. And just having that set of like event and situation happening where she just saw it on her own, kind of like boosted her, like, oh wow, this dude's like, I'm saying, doing his thing. So hey guys, just be very subtle. You don't have to like throw it in your face, like, oh, my friend's this or my friend's that. Be a good wingman. You know what I'm saying? Introduce him. Somebody does like maybe like a title, and that's it. Don't be going too overboard with it,
Yeah, man. This goes back to the premise. Me and Donovan talk about this all the time. Discovery trumps disclosure, and if she can organically find something about you that's attractive, it's going to have way more weight than if you overtly told her about it. Because the thing is that when you overtly tell a girl, oh, I do this, I do that, whatever it may be, right, without her asking or without her like trying to figure it out, like it's going to make you very unattractive. Because the thing is that women, even though they want to say I'm the prize and all this other BS, which isn't true, the reality is a woman never wants you to really qualify to her. You know what I'm saying? She might think in her head she wants you to, but she's not attracted to that. Like, she's hardwired to be repulsed by that. Why is that? Well, because women are hardwired to want to deal with high value guys. And quite frankly, high value guys don't qualify themselves to women ever. You think Dan Blazarian or any rapper is like out here like talking to a chick like, oh yeah, like I do this, I do that. I mean, they might talk about it, but they don't really have to like try that hard. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like when you're the high value guy, you kind of just sit back and let her qualify to you, because this is the reality you guys got to understand. And I say this all the time, and there's so many broadcasts. The thing is this, beauty is very common amongst women, man. Like, there's hot chicks everywhere, especially if like you're in a major city like Miami, LA, whatever it may be. Beauty is very common. All the hottest chicks like always flock to major cities, United States. So you're going to see bad chicks all over the place. You know what I mean? So So with that said, but there's not that many high value men. And what I mean by high value men, I'm talking about guys that are earning a certain amount of money, in shape, have their stuff together, have social calibration. You know what I mean? Like all these different factors that make you a top tier man. Very few of those. So you guys got to move and operate as if you're the real prize. And girls are going to feel it immediately, because when you don't qualify to a chick, she's going to know off rip, okay, this guy has girls. Because when you don't qualify to chicks, that means to her, you don't care about the interaction that much. The fact that you don't care about the interaction that much means there's no other reason for you to act that way unless you had other women lined up. And the thing is that notice how I went from segment to segment to segment. You want the woman to come to that conclusion in her head as well, because that's going to make it 10 times more attractive when she does it through her own deductive reasoning versus you being a clown like, oh yeah, I got a Lambo, it's parked out front. Like, nah, you don't say a word about what you got. Let her find out organically. It's going to be 10 times more attractive every single time. Just same thing with your friends. You know what I mean? That's why you got to introduce your friends in like, you got to DHV them, but you can't be like, oh, he's a multimillionaire. Instead, what you could say is, he's a car collector. He's a foreign car collector.
You're right.
One of his hobbies. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if you mention something like that, well, then she can come to the conclusion herself. Oh, he collects foreign cars. All right, this dude probably has serious dough, because you can't get into that hobby unless you have money. You see the difference? Versus saying I have millions of dollars. That's stupid. Or you a loser like these other guys. I've seen guys do this at the club. They'll literally show the girl a picture of their car. Like, look at this. You know what I mean? And they'll like kind of like, look at all my stuff. And it's like, bro, you're trying way too hard to impress her. And that's going to be repulsive, because that's what low value guys do, is try to impress chicks, overtly. There's nothing wrong with like impressing a chick, but you can't make it like deliberately obvious that you're trying to impress the girl. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Fresh. I know you want to say something.
Nah, man, it's 100% correct, because like, think about it, right? What do most guys do? They try to show off to a girl to make her want them.
Yep.
But if you think about it, like, if she finds out about it on her own, and it's kind of like, how to put this, you want to be high value, you want to be that dude that's, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, but like, when she kind of like just finds out on her own, like, it's just way more powerful. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, you come into the interaction without any expectations, and from there, you know what I'm saying, you just add value, you're a cool dude. And then like the icing on the cake is when you like, she sees like your stuff together. You get me? So that's how you do it. Robert said he's on the phone lines. Are they open right now?
No, I didn't open them up yet.
Okay.
I didn't open up yet. I'll open them up now. If you wanna go ahead and get to
we can. Okay. Yeah, so that's number 9, guys, for that one. And then number 8. All right. So and this one is very important, because I feel like when guys go out, especially like when Corona is over, pandemic is over, like everyone's going to be out. You might go with friends, but like we said before, you need to be subtle, right? So in this case, number 8 is be subtle and know when to help your friend out. So I'll give you a perfect example, right? Because we're here in Miami, me and Myron Gaines, we always go all the time, especially before Corona. And before Corona, we used to go like all the time to like downtown Miami, different spots. And the game is crazy because, guys, it's like ladies' night is almost every night at different days, different bars.
Yeah, which we got coming up for you guys, where we're going to cover like how to run like nightlife in Miami, where to go, all that other stuff. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, and exactly, we know exactly where to go. So imagine like a bunch of girls, like a sea of girls, bro, you can choose from, and you just have to figure out how to approach and which ones that you want. So me and my buddy would go all the time, and he always would set up the interaction because he's better with the forward approach. So I'll come in after. But see, over time, I knew when to come in because he was getting like warm for me. So being a good wingman is also knowing when to come into the interaction. So you need to be close enough to hear, but not close enough to like be like weird, right? So for example, let's see you see 2 girls by the bar, right? Your buddy's like, all right, cool, I'm going for the kill. Your buddy goes in, all right, bet. Let him talk, introduce himself first, talk a little bit more, and then you kind of want to get a little bit closer just to hear. And then when he turns like this, he'll be like, yo, to call you, then you come in. So don't just jump in and like, yo, 2 hot girls. Oh, I'm going to go talk to the girl. Nah, wait till he calls you over, then go for it. Because what's going to happen is if you come in like this, he's going to be like, oh, who's this person? Oh, that's kind of weird. That's awkward. Get introduced first and then go ahead and talk to the girls. But don't jump the gun, guys, because that's going to be kind of weird. So.
Yeah, I'm firing it up right now.
Press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
I'm firing up the phone lines right now, guys.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, guys, like
What?
another example is like, let's say you're out and about doing day game, right? And you know me, I don't do that much the day game or night game, but like, I'll give you guys some prior examples. So in this case, let's say you're out and you with the buddy, and you see like three girls, right? So the name of the game is as like you want to approach the whole group, not just one girl, right? However, if you got two guys to three girls, it's gonna be kind of hard to get that like captivating like approach. So what you do is you're gonna go inside. At least one guy's gonna go in, right? He'll approach the girls first. He'll be like, hey, whatever, my name is so and so. You guys are pretty cute. Where you from? Blah blah. Right? And then, like I said before, wait for a signal, then come in. Now there's gonna be three girls and two guys. So how you gonna handle this scenario? First off, one guy's gonna have to take two girls, right? So he has to take the burden of having those two girls while the one isolates the other. So he's taking one for the team, basically, right? So in this case, obviously he can't approach two girls at the same time and get both their numbers. So he has to either get one or two. The point is like you have to know when to like selectively, like just like part of the group, like the Red Sea, like Moses. You need to know when to like divide the group. So if your boy likes one girl, you can tell he's vibing with her really well. Separate the other two, talk to them, just answer like the same question: where you guys from? You know what I'm saying? Who's the most trouble in the group? You know what I'm saying? Who's the mom? Who's the daughter? You know what I'm saying? Just trying to like make them be entertained while he can focus on his girl, and that's how you help your boy being a good wingman in a bigger set, basically.
Yeah. So, okay, guys, I got the phone lines up and we'll give the number here in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So the thing is that you got to know, well, you got to know when to move in and when not to move in. When you start to, and this is why it's so important to like understand like female body language, because what you could do is when you see a friend approach a set, make the open, what you're going to do is you're going to react, and you don't even watch the girl that he's talking to. You're going to watch the girls around her, how they react. And then based on how they react, not most of the time, right? Like they're gonna, they'll let your friend open, whatever it may be, and then they'll quickly start to assess where he is in the situation, and then they're gonna adapt accordingly. So if you're able to kind of come in there and diffuse the situation, let's assume like her friend's like, because here's the thing, when it's a two set, bro, you might just be better off just like both of you just approach both of them, right? Mm-hmm. But if it's like a bigger group, like 3, 4, 5 of them, then maybe one guy could approach and the other guy come in, or you can approach them together. It's either or. But the point is that you need to be able to read the social situation and see how the women are reacting. Because because there's going to be times where your boy's going to approach a girl, she ain't going to be feeling them off rip. And you don't want to sit there and like, waste time, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But a big part of being a good wingman is also being able to read a situation and like tell your friend and adapt accordingly. And, be able to handle objections that her friends might throw in. Because the thing is that, man, like, how do I say this? I'm just going to say it. If there's a pretty girl in a group of friends, her friends are secretly going to resent her for that. Okay. You guys got to understand it. Like if there's a girl that's like clearly head and shoulders above her friends when it comes to looks, and she always gets attention and her friends know that, they're going to be annoyed that you're coming up because you're probably like the 5th or 10th guy that night that's went up and talked and approached her. So what's going to happen is that the friends are going to resent you off rip, even though her friend might like you, just because they're mad that they don't get the same amount of attention that she does. Because make no mistake about it, man, women are very competitive when it comes to, it comes to how hot they are and who they can attract. Like I always say, like, men are success objects. Women are like, are pretty much, they sell their sexuality. You know what I mean? Like that's what we do. There's a reason why the makeup industry, the nail industry, the hair salon industry, all these places are, the cosmetic industry in general, aesthetic industry is never going to go out of business when it comes to women, because women understand that their value is derived from the way they look. It's unfortunate for them, you know what I mean, that no matter how much money they make, how successful they become, they're always going to be judged on their look first when it comes to mating with the opposite gender. So knowing that a woman's value comes from her looks, other chicks that are with a really pretty girl, they're going to secretly resent her every single time dudes come up and approach her that don't approach them. So what are they going to do? They're going to be more likely to be catty and rude to you as the guy, because you're like the 7th guy that night that come in and hit on Taylor, who's the hottest one of the walruses. So so you need to be able to identify this as a good wingman. Like, okay, there's a girl here that's like leaps and bounds hotter than her friends. She's probably been getting attention. I need to sit here and give these other girls that are starving for attention, quite frankly, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. I need to give them some attention in an attractive manner, so that I can diffuse any type of angry, bitterness that they have. Because make no mistake about it, bro. When girls know how the pecking order is deep down, like, okay, she's the prettiest one, she's gonna get the most attention, and they hate that, dude. Like, they want to be out there, friend, get all the attention, and it's like in their face, and there's no one there to like kind of like give them attention as well. You know what I mean? So you just got to understand that and be able to read the situation as a wing, which that happens a lot, man, more than you guys think. When there's like one hot chick and like a bunch of ugly friends, like, and there's a bunch of hot girls that like will purposely hang out with girls that are less attractive than her just because, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we can get into the next one.
Yeah, man. Okay, Robert donated as well. Thank you, Robert. Actually, I didn't even, Robert, how do you get the link? I didn't even put it in the chat. Thanks, bro. All right, guys. So we have number 7 here. So know when to walk away, right? So this is very important, right?
Oh yeah, man.
Yo, this is very important. Like, this is probably like one of the major things that guys do that is so annoying, which is why sometimes guys are like, yo, I go with friends, I approach girls, and then for some reason they just like stop talking to me and they walk away. And it's probably because one of your friends is doing something really weird and it creeps her out. And she's like, oh no, I need to get out of here. She'll be like, oh, give me a second. I need to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Guess what, guys? She's not coming back because the interaction was really weird, right? So know when to walk away. So what do I mean by that for number 7? In this case, right? Let's say you're at a spot, right? You and your boy. Or let's say you know what? For example, let's say it's 3 of y'all, right? You and 2 boys, right? And there's one girl that's free. Her friends are with 2 other guys. There's one girl that's free. I see guys all the time in Miami. One guy would go talk to the girl, right? The other friend would come, and then the third guy would come. So it's 3 guys talking to one girl. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like, what's going on here? Like, guys, like that's like
guys end up looking stupid. Like, nah, bro. Like, yo, half of game, guys, is no. Sorry, go ahead, Fresh. You didn't finish. My bad.
It's all good. It's all good. But my thing is like, okay, I get that you want to like talk to a hot girl or whatever, but like, don't gang up on her. Like, I mean, like, yo, she's here to chill, have a good vibe. So my thing is like, okay, know when to walk away or know when to, I'm saying, just chill back, because let the dude that approach her first talk to her. And also as well, let's say you're in a group of 2 guys and it's 2 girls, and let's say one of the girls is just not feeling you at all. Like, you can try to help your boy out by winging, but sometimes it's just better to walk away because like she's just not feeling you. And yes, you might mess up your boy's set, but maybe another dude might come in and save the set. But in any case, if you can and you can read it, try to walk away as soon as possible. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, bro. Man, the biggest part about being good with women a lot of times, guys, is being able to identify this. In other words, you got to be able to identify a loss before it even happens and adapt accordingly and move on, man. A big mistake that guys make is they'll sit there and try to force an interaction that isn't going to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has terrible logistics. She's already told you 3 times she has a boyfriend. She's saying, oh, we drove for an hour and, I got a friend puking in the bathroom and another one arguing with her boyfriend on the phone. My buzz is killed, all this. Like, that's a dub, man. Like, you don't want to sit there and like try to talk with, I don't care how bad she is. If logistics are bad, the vibe is wrong, whatever it may be, or she's giving you like clear indicators that she's not interested, like she has her back turned to you, not back to, well, I hope you guys will be able to see that one, but like, she's like giving you like BS answers. She's basically acting like it's a chore just to talk with you, bro. Get out of there, man. Like, you're not gonna sit there and like, no, man, like, oh hell no. You gotta put a little bit of
some respect
on my name.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't sit there and let some chick like because here's the thing you guys got to understand. As a man, your only currency is your attention. That's really your only like power in 2020 with the way the marketplace is. Women have all the advantages when it comes to dating and dealing with the opposite gender. That's a fact. And if they didn't, there wouldn't be like angry MGTOWs running around everywhere, all these dudes claiming to be incels and everyone being pissed at women. So the thing is this. Since women hold all the cards, right, with basically who gets to procreate and who doesn't, you need to adopt accordingly and protect the one tool you have in your tool belt, which is your attention. So when girls act right, you give it. When they don't, you retract it and immediately, and you move on to another girl that will respect that attention. So what a lot of guys do is they'll sit there in a set that's not worthy of even, you shouldn't even talk to these girls. And you're just sitting there like trying to like build attraction or like giving them free attention. Because here's the thing, you guys also got to understand. Girls will go to a club and they'll sit there and talk with you for 20, 30 minutes, an hour and get free drinks off of you and get the attention. They don't care. Like it's whatever, especially if it's like they have boyfriends and stuff like that. They're actually happy that you're there because what's going to happen is they're going to friend zone you. They're going to use you as a shield so other guys don't come and approach them, because women know deep down that if they go out with guys, men aren't going to approach them. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So what a lot of girls will do if and here's another thing too, if 2 or 3 girls go out together and they don't go out with men, that tells you right there, more than likely they're probably more open to meeting men, because women know deep down that if they go out with their male friends or whatever like that, they're going to get significantly less men coming up to them. And if girls are single and actually trying to get out there and mingle, they ain't going to go out with dudes. So if your dumb self is there and you put yourself as the friend zone guy, helping her, shielding her from other men talking to her, and she's still getting free drinks off you, like, bro, they're getting a win-win. You're getting a loss. So don't be stupid. Count your loss. Like, a big thing of game is being able to identify a loss and getting out of there immediately, man. That's half the game. But a lot of guys don't want to sit there and take L's when L's is required to get W's when it comes to dealing with women, because you need to be able to quickly take the L and move on to a possible win.
Facts. And that's the whole reason why we can talk to you guys about this, because like we took L's, we take W's, but for the most part, you learn way more from your L's. So that's very true. All right.
So we'll move on to let's see here. The next one, or did you have anything else?
Nah, that's it for that. And then number 6, right?
Yeah, I'll touch this one, bro. Yo, man. When you guys go out, man, you gotta dress to impress, shower, don't look like crap. And I know some of you guys in here are like, how do I do it? And it's like, how many times, bro, I've been at the club and I'll walk by dudes and I'll smell like mustiness, or like their shirts will be dirty, or they'll just look dirty. They didn't brush their teeth. Like their breath stinks. Like, bro, like hygiene is critical, guys. Like literally critical. Like I don't know what guys like where men get their information from as far as like, oh yeah, men don't gotta be hygiene is feminine. Like, oh, you don't gotta be clean. No, bro, you have to be clean. Like you gotta get your teeth cleaned. You gotta get a haircut. Make sure your beard is nice and trim if you do have one. Your clothes are pressed and clean. No ketchup stains and stuff like that. There's nothing funnier to me than like seeing a fat dude at the club with like a ketchup stain on his shirt. Like, bro, you just finished eating some fry. Like, yo, it's disgusting. Like, you guys gotta carry yourselves a certain way. And here's the thing you gotta say: when you dress well, it's not about impressing others, bro. It's about respecting yourself, man.
Facts.
Like, and I know what people are gonna say in here. Oh, Myron, what? You gonna dress up for some chicks, bro? What? No, man, I dress up for me, you clown. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when you look and feel good, you're gonna be able to convey that positive energy and confidence when you go out and you talk and deal with other people, and you're gonna carry yourself a certain way that is inherently attractive. Okay, because if you look like crap, you're gonna feel like crap, and guess what? Your interactions are gonna be crap. You got to look good, feel good. And how do you do that? It starts with you intrinsically, where you got your body right, you're in good shape, you got your teeth cleaned, haircut, clothes, you feel good in your clothes, you're dressed well. So everything else from there, it just connects. And here's the other thing too. When you're dressed well, right? There's a reason why you wear a suit to a job interview. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going in there and you're putting your best foot forward so the world can see you in a certain perspective. It's got to be the same way when you're going out at night and meeting chicks. You know what I mean? Like you can't be out there on some bum stuff, whether you're wearing like outdated clothing or you're wearing like baggy t-shirts and like it's 2005, in my white tee, like that type of stuff. Like, no, man, like you got to dress fashionably forward, clothes that fit you, that are clean, right? And then it doesn't have to be designer stuff. It doesn't have to be, you don't got to go in there wearing Gucci and Louis and all this other stuff. You don't have to do all that, man. I'm actually against guys spending a lot of money on clothing. My thing, it's got to fit good, basic brands, even non-brand stuff if you want, with some nice boots. You're good, man. You know what I mean? Because if you're in good shape, the clothes are going to fit you well and you're going to look good regardless. So if you want to do designer, that's fine, but it's not required. But you got to go dressed well. You can't look like crap. Hell, I've done it before where I've shown up to clubs and bars or whatever in suits, and the reaction you get when you do that is crazy. You put yourself on another level. There's a reason why Kevin Samuel, shout out to him, he gets so much love on his YouTube? A big reason why is because he does all his shows wearing a full-on suit, perfectly tailored, good framed glasses, very classy, elegant look. When you move that way, people are going to respect you. They're going to call you sir without you even asking. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, Fresh. I know you got some.
Yeah, man. So this is very important because I feel like every time I'll go like for night game, especially, like I'll see like guys like dressed bummy as hell, right? And their boys just like fresh to death, fly as hell. And it'll be like 2-3 girls, whatever. The guy that's looking fresh would approach first, get like a good response. And then the dude that looks like trash, the big baggy jeans, big baggy shirt, loose shoe, dirty shoes, try to approach the girls like, yo, like, she's like, oh, nah, like, I'm chilling, I'm vibing, like, I'm good. Because first off, like, I know men are very visual, but women are too, because guess what? If you smell weird, if you look bummy, she's gonna be like, oh, this dude's maybe like broke, or maybe like you know what I'm saying, lame. And most girls don't want to deal with a lame or broke. So off perception alone, you're gonna lose. Now, added to that, when you have a good cologne, like for example, I wear Invictus dark blue, and yo, I cannot tell you how many times girls tell me like, oh my god, you smell so good. What is that? I'm like, yo, that's my secret sauce. You know what I'm saying? So you want to have a good appearance and also have good like habits of like putting on cologne, deodorant. I know it sounds very basic, but that's very important. You want to also get a haircut.
Fresh, we got to harp on that. I'm really why it's so good to have you. This is why it's so good to have two people on the show. Yo, wear cologne, guys.
Yeah.
Let me harp on this, why this is so important. You need to wear cologne. The reason why is because there's been studies done that sense of smell is intrinsically tied to memory, okay? So when you have a certain cologne, you smell a certain way, women are going to remember it. I can't tell you how many girls take pieces of clothing from me, right? I literally got a bag of clothes back with a note saying, sorry, whatever, that I had your stuff for so long. But girls will take your clothing and wear it because it smells like you and it reminds them of you. You know what I'm saying? So having a distinct smell that is pleasant, of course, is going to be very memorable to women, especially if it's a good cologne. So invest in a cologne. As a guy, as a man, you need to have a cologne that you invest in. You can be like me where you only wear one cologne. You don't care what anybody says. You know, I'm kind of like that. Or you could be like, I think Fresh, you have multiple ones you wear, right?
Yeah.
So you could be a cologne connoisseur, which I know a couple guys that are like that too. So either or is fine, but invest in a cologne, 1,000%, bro. I just had to harp on that real fast. Go ahead, Fresh.
No, facts. And you know, it's funny, like it's so subtle. Like I said before, girls like subtle W's, meaning that like that subtle smell. She's like Myron said, she's not gonna forget that. And I know off rip when a girl tells me like, yo, like I love that cologne, I love that smell you have on. This is amazing. I'm like, yo, gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Because first off, girls don't want to give compliments like that. Right. So if she's giving me a compliment, it's for a reason.
Yep.
Added to that as well, let's say you're a little bit shorter, you know what I'm saying? And Myron talks about this all the time. Get some Chelsea boots, get some trucker boots, because one is going to add some height to you. Also, as well, you look more like upright when you wear those boots. So I have a pair. Myron has a pair. You can go on asos.com. You can go online, H&M, get your boots. And
Boot.com is the best. Thursdayboot.com. And they're not that bad. You can get a pair of Chuckas or Chelsea's for like 150 to 200 max. They're like, and they're good quality boots. They'll last you for a few years. And yeah, man, if you're a shorter guy, especially if you're like, 5'10", you want to hit that 6 foot barrier, you'll get there with the boots.
No, facts. So like we said, cologne, boots, some deodorant, guys. Yo, and also as well, when you go to day game or night game, get some gum. Like I know it sounds really simple, but having some gum, bro, can make a world of difference. Like I've seen, dude. Because we be out here like that, right? We're in the game. We in the streets, right? So I'll see some dudes approach some girls, and it's like, yo, like she'll be like,
yeah.
I'm like, yo, I already know what it is because like his breath probably stinks.
Yeah.
And look, as a man, like if you're working and doing stuff, you might forget sometimes. It happens, but constantly think about it. You know what? I'm gonna go out to meet chicks. I'm gonna go out to like, you know what I'm saying? Have fun. Let me get some gum real quick at the gas station. Pop in your pocket, pop one in. And then go approach, because you don't want to be that guy that's known for like, I'm saying, bad stench.
I got packs of gum all over my place, guys. Like you never want to walk up to a girl and start talking. She going to be like, bruh, stop talking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like this is disgusting, because the thing is that when you're talking to a woman, even no matter how attractive you are, if your breath stinks, bro, it's done. She's not going to want to mess with you. You know what I'm saying? Like she's going to be repulsed. So always have gum with you, man. Especially if you're out drinking at the bar, or whatever, bro. Like no one likes alcohol in their breath, man. It's disgusting.
Facts.
So you need to. If you're gonna go out to the club or bar, it is mandatory you have a pack of gum with you. Orbit is good. 5 Stride 5. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be. So those are the ones I always have. I always have a pack of gum with me. Pro tip: if you live in the South where it's hot, make sure it's a plastic thing, not like an Orbit pack, because Orbit pack is gonna melt in your pocket. But but always get like the little plastic one. Those are good. So,
but yeah, man.
Yeah.
And also as well to add to that, guys, style is very important because like style is gonna give you like a good like how to put this. Let's say you're in the gym and you want to have like tight fitting clothes. Like perfect spots are H&M, Zara, maybe even Ross, and maybe even Goodwill. Like you'd be surprised, guys. Like you can find really good stuff in Goodwill, and people are like, oh, you're at a thrift shop, guys. A lot of rich folks buy clothes and then say, you know what, I don't want it anymore, or like, you know what, I changed my mind. I'm just give this to charity, and you can find really good clothes in there, like for cheap. Like I mean, super cheap. Like I know my boy, he got Gucci shirts in there, Louis Vuitton shirts in there, Ralph Lauren for like what, $5, $10. So you don't always need to go to the Gucci store and buy stuff. Like me, for example, like I got some old designer stuff, but I'm not buying anymore because like to me it's a waste because it's just a shirt. Now I wear my own brand, or I wear like a H&M shirt that's like, you know what I'm saying, simple to the point, or rock my chain, and I'm good to go. So hey guys, make sure your style's up, your deodorant, your cologne, and if you can, if you're a little bit shorter, if you want to be a little bit taller, get some boots, and you should be good to go with that interaction. All right.
Yeah, man. So, okay, next, we're going to go into, oh, this one's a good one. I know you made this one for me. Let one person approach them, then introduce the other. So,
yes.
Okay. So, obviously, there's going to be guys that are a little bit more charismatic than others, and there's going to be guys that are really good at opening, right? They have creative ways of opening or whatever it may be. And this is a good thing because here's the thing. You might have game, you might be good with the ladies, but let's face it, man, everybody has a little bit of approach anxiety. Everybody has a little bit of an uneasy feeling about walking up to women and just starting a conversation. Fortunately, if you got a guy on your team that isn't like me, like I don't care, I'll walk up to anybody. You use that guy to like be the icebreaker dude. You know what I'm saying? And hold
on, Myron. Hold on.
Go ahead.
You guys need to understand this man is God level when it comes to like cold approach. Like, you know how guys would like debate, like, should I go talk to her? Man, she's walking too fast. This guy's like this. Oh, I see her. Zoom, like a missile. Like he does not delay at all. I'm like, yo, is this guy like a robot? And you know what? If you're okay, so let's say for example, right? You got a team of guys, right? Everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. Me, I'm good for online attraction, online approach, right? Myron Gaines in the flesh, bro. He's like a freaking built missile, just going for his target. And funny enough, like for example, the chick in the video, the first chick that we showed you guys in the quarantine tall and short guy prank video.
Oh, you guys should check that out on his it's on the
FreshPrinceCeo channel.
FreshPrinceCeo channel on he has Fresh has a prank channel, guys.
Yeah, so we did a prank on the channel, and he approached that girl like she was walking across the street. We were sitting down to eat. This guy gets up, says, "Hey, I'll be right back, guys." So I'm like, "Wait, where you going, bro?" I'm gonna go cold approach. Boom. So said, so done. And then he gets her. Man, she's like a 9 out of 10, bro. She's bad, right? No fear. Goes for her. Hey, you're pretty cute. I want to, introduce you to my friends. Let's go back to, to my dinner table. She comes back. We're cooling, and then we do a video with her. Like off rip, Myron Gaines is the man for cold approach. I had to say that real quick.
Yeah, man. I pretty much treat it. I'm like Scorpion. I'd be like, get over here. And I'm just like go. You know what I mean? I just make it happen. So the thing is that when you have a guy like that, awesome. That guy can go ahead and lead the interaction, and then you come in and you follow up. And sometimes you can do the tag team where shout out to Chris.
What's up, Chris? Our boy.
But like, you gotta just make it happen. So like if you got a guy on your team that's like better, right, at something, you let them kind of lead. So like when we meet chicks, right, what I'll do a lot of the time, if I'm with like Fresh or whatever, I'll just let him give his Instagram to the girls, right? And then we'll set like a double date up. And then we'll run the girls through his Instagram thing, and then we'll set up a double date. Or if we need a cold approach, I'll go get them. Like when we did that prank, which you guys got to go check out that video on FreshPrinceCeo, the YouTube channel, because it literally took us weeks to film that, guys. Because like Miami right now is really like we got like some really tough restrictions in place right now. So there's not many people on the streets. What was that?
talking. I'm gonna show the guys the video.
Yeah. So like, there's a lot of restrictions right now. So we couldn't find like a lot of girls, man. Like it was actually tough because like the vacation industry is taking a hit, and in general, like it was just hard to find girls. So like in us, we only wanted to approach like top tier, like higher level girls, and we got way more footage. But we picked like the girls that were most attractive given the situation. But when the city opens back up, you guys best believe we're gonna have way more content. And if you guys look at anybody else, I don't even think other prank channels are really putting out content like this.
Nope.
Yeah, that's the girl that I chased down when we were at dinner.
Facts.
But yeah, like that's just kind of what what we got. You gotta have a guy that like you gotta be able to analyze each other's strengths and weaknesses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let's say you got you're out with your wing, right? And your wing, is really good at pulling, right? But you're really good at opening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you go open, he joins in, you guys are making it happen. He starts to initiate the pull, right? Because he has a good location set up like right down the street. Then you can let him take that over. Hey guys, I got a pretty sick place next down the street. We get some drinks on the balcony, whatever it may be. Come on through. Boom. So you guys work in tandem and use each other's strengths and leverage that. You know what I'm saying? So like I tell you guys all the time how to run table game, right? You're at a nightclub in Miami, right? Or anywhere in the United States. Basically, to run table game, it goes like this, real quick. You got a couple guys in the VIP, whatever it may be. You take the one or two most charismatic guys, and they go out and source women. Or you can have the bouncer do it for you. But it's probably better if you have guys from the table do it. It's more organic. Because like when you do it with the bouncers, like that's like what celebrities do, bro. And it's like yeah, that's cool if you're like a celeb. But if you're just a regular guy, the chicks are gonna be like, oh well, why? No, like you know what I mean. So it's better when you go out and you source them yourself. Plus, you're able to actually pick them yourself. So what I'll do is, me and a friend will go out and we'll start sourcing girls. So we'll take 2 sets, 3 sets, whatever it may be. Then you bring them back to the table. And then another guy who's good at like just having conversation, he can like, talk with them, whatever. Someone pours the drinks. You obviously always hold on to the bottle. You don't let the girls touch the bottle. And then since you have multiple sets of different girls, right? 2 set here, 3 set here, 2 set here, whatever. The girls don't know each other. So that competition anxiety is going to start rising, right? And then as it rises, you're talking with girls, and then you start screening out chicks that are actually DTF. And like any girl that's not like down, you basically like kick her out. And what happens is the other girls are going to see you kicking out chicks that aren't like down, and then they're gonna be like, oh, and they're gonna be more likely to comply. Because the thing is, in a nightclub, guys, when you're in a VIP, it's a status thing. And here's the other thing that no one will admit: girls don't want to be standing in their heels all night. Being able to sit down is huge. You know what I'm saying? So if they can be at your VIP, they're gonna do everything they can to stay in that VIP. And it's kind of a little messed up because like, yeah, you're exerting leverage, but there's no rules in war. You know what I'm saying? Like these girls are, wearing extensions, makeup, butt implants, squeezing into dresses and all this other stuff to try to, thirst trap you. So you gotta, as a man, you gotta use the weapons in your arsenal as well. And if girls aren't giving, because girls want to have fun, guys want to have fun too. So if they don't want to give the fun, cool. There's nothing wrong with that. You're entitled to what you want, but you're not sitting in my VIP. Get out. Like You're not entitled to no free liquor. You're not entitled to our time. You're not entitled to our VIP, and you're definitely not entitled to sit in our leather chairs. So get out, man. Get on another casting couch. So so next one here.
Yo, real quick, shout out to our boy in the Patreon, Squirrel Turtle. Real dude. Appreciate you, bro, for being a part of Patreon. If you guys aren't in Patreon, it's Patreon/FreshFit. Go check it out. It's popping.
Yeah. Facts. And I just see someone in the chat. Yo, when's the teeth whitening vid coming? Probably next week, guys. Don't worry. I filmed it last week, so we're gonna have it, and then I'm gonna film some more content for you guys this week, and then we got some other stuff planned for you guys the week after. Crazy stuff. Anyway, you get on the Patreon, and you guys will know what we're talking about. But Fresh, did you want to go on to the next one?
Yes, sir. All right. So, guys, we covered some good topics here.
Yeah, we're halfway through, gentlemen. Halfway through.
Yes, sir. All right. So number 4, right? So I mean, we kind of covered this a little bit, but always let the stronger person open up the set and learn by example. So let's say you're brand new to the game, right? Like how I was a couple years ago. Like I would watch my boy, the pimp, you know what I'm saying, go out, do his thing, and learn from his like body language, his movements, just how he would like approach girls. And I was like, yo, like now I can see, because some people can do what they do, but they can't teach it, right? So he wasn't really a teacher. He definitely knew what he was doing. Just by default experience, he was like a natural, right? And off rip, just me watching him, I learned so much game. That's why when you guys come to Miami and you come chill with us, you're gonna learn all game just by being like around us, and it's gonna help you with your game whenever you go back home. So, but just to add to that as well. So my thing is, I would watch this dude do his approach. I'll come in whenever he cue me in, and I will hold my girl down. You know what I'm saying, as a part of the team, because that was my mission. My mission was to occupy the girl long enough so that I can build a connection with her and build a vibe he could do with his girl. So by the end of the night, let's say it was those girls that we were gonna chill with. We're cool with them. They're vibing with us. Go back to the crib. Done deal. Rather than me just coming in, oh yeah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? My name's Walter. So yeah, guys, you got to be very precise and hold the girl down for your boy, especially if you're doing a wingman approach. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, man. You just gotta. What it comes down to, guys, is let the guys that are best at what they do shine in what they do. You know what I'm saying? So like if you got a guy that's like has no fear and he can cold approach and open sets, cool. Let that guy do it, and then you come in and you assist him. Because here's the thing: opening is one thing. Continuing to forge the interaction and make it positive, that's a whole other thing. You know what I'm saying? So so having your buddy come in at the opportune time, right? Where you now, because here's the thing: when you guys are dealing with women, right? It's kind of like I always say, here's an analogy. Shout out to Mystery. This is in the Mystery Method. I love this analogy that he used like 20 years ago, but I always remember it. So women are like cats, okay? And if you give a cat a ball of yarn, it's gonna play with the ball of yarn. But the only way that it's gonna play with the ball of yarns is if you continuously pull the ball of yarn away from the cat. But if you let the ball of yarn stay there, the cat's going to play with it a little bit and then eventually get bored and leave. But you need to consistently move the ball of yarn. So when you open, you're basically introducing her to the ball of yarn. Then when you're generating jokes, whatever it may be, at some point you're going to run out of steam, especially if you're one guy and you're dealing with like a set of like 5-10 girls, bro. Like that's not fun. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I've done it before. I've opened sets of like 10 girls, like bachelorette parties, whatever it may be. I have no problem doing it and I can generate conversation. You know, I got the charisma to do it. But at some point, it's going to become annoying, and there's no way that one guy's going to be able to handle a set of 10 women, bro. You know what I mean? Because at some point, you're going to need to start isolating your target.
Yep.
When your boy comes in, boom, but ball of yarn is getting continuously being moved back, so they can have another thing to play with. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's now, of course, don't be a dancing monkey. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to entertain, ha ha ha. Like no. It's just that it's a new stimuli, right? In the interaction to keep things fresh. You know what I mean? So that's why it's so important to kind of sometimes even stagger your bros coming in or whatever it may be. You have one guy do the intro and then boom, he might introduce somebody else. It just makes it more dynamic, more fun, more spontaneous. You know, it's not predictable, because predictability literally kills attraction with women, guys.
Killer of attraction. Yep.
Destroys it. So if you could come in on some other stuff, be different, it's going to make you much more attractive. Let's keep it real. Obviously, all the guys in here that are watching, all of you, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe to the channel. You guys know that most guys are simps. Most guys have no idea how to talk to women. So what do most guys do when they approach chicks? Oh, hey, what's up? So what's your name? Okay. And then they just have that boring platonic conversation, and he won't even like engage the group. He'll be awkward. It'll be strange. Like,
actually, let me answer that, bro. So
go ahead.
Number one thing I see guys do that have no game, right?
Uh-huh.
Go approach a girl. What are you drinking? Bro, she has to earn that drink, bro. Like, I don't care how bad she is, bro. I don't care, like, what you think of her, bro. Like, she does the same things you do in the bathroom. She's a regular person. Don't be coming off like put her up on a pedestal right away. Like, let her earn that drink, bro. So, for example, Chris is here saying, what are some ways to hold on to her friend? Normal convo. What is your choice to pull off? All right, bet. Super easy, right? You go approach your girl. Your friend's talking to her friend. You're trying to hold on your girl, right? Let's say she's not really interested in you. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't really agree with raising her interest, but for the sake of your friend, you can do it just to help him out, right? So, for example, let's say you're talking to this chick and she's like, oh, give you very short answers. Like, oh, yeah, I go to school here. Or like, oh, yeah. She's not really engaging. Try to ask open-ended questions like, yo, but real talk, like, I'm just curious, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what made you move to like Miami? Let's say she's from like Tennessee. What made you move to Miami? Kind of ask like open-ended questions, kind of like make it a little bit longer and make it run a little bit smoother. And then if you need to, bro, just to save your friend, carry up for as long as possible. And it's, hey, you know what? Let's go by the bar or let's go dance over here. Try to like pull her away from you know what I'm saying, your boy and her friend, so that you can kind of like isolate her a little bit and try to like maybe seduce her, maybe with a like touch, maybe like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? spin around. You kind of want to get away from your friend because if it's a low dying interaction, you kind of want to spice it up. So that's what I would do in that case, Chris.
Yeah, that's great. And Chris, you guys got to understand, Chris has game. He just he likes asking questions that guys are scared to ask all the time. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for that, Chris.
I think Chris in action, man. Chris is a little play over here.
Yeah, he likes to ask. He likes to ask the questions that guys in the Patreon put as well. So he'll do that for you guys. He's a member of the team. Yeah, bro, I'm good with that one, man. Well, I guess we can go into the top. The top what 3? Yeah, top 3.
Top 3. All right,
guys, we're gonna go into the top 3 countdown.
Yes, sir.
3.
All right. So, okay, guys. So this one is really important, man. Take one for the team. Woo, man, bro. Yo, I can't tell you how many times, man. My boy will be talking to a chick. She's bad, and her friend is terrible. She looks like a gargoyle, bro, or she's one of these.
That's a huge bitch.
And you're just like, nah,
wolf.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, I'm not sure if I want to do this, but you got to do it, bro, because you got to help your boy, man. You'll look, your boy will be talking to the bad chick, and then you'll walk up into the set, and then you see her friend, and you're just like,
oh my God,
she's built like a linebacker. And, you don't want other people in the club to see you talking to her, but you understand that there's a mission at hand and you got to jump on that grenade, as they would say back Jersey Shore days. Yo,
man,
this is a good testament to a wingman, bro. There's going to be times where you're going to be talking to a chick and her friend is not that attractive, or her group of friends isn't that attractive, as we discussed earlier, where a lot of attractive women purposely hang out with girls that are less attractive to get noticed more, or they'll go out with friends that aren't as attractive. You got to jump on the grenade, man. You can't be selfish. You got to jump on the grenade. Obviously, this is for a wing that you know, trust, and respect. Is a good friend of yours. You ain't going to do this for just anybody. It's got to be a guy that you have chemistry with, that you know that he's a solid wing.
And yo, you know how I know Myron's a real dude, man? I remember I had a double date set up. I don't think we actually did that one, but her friend wasn't that bad. And Myron was like, you know what, bro? If you need me, I'll come through. I was like, yo, that's a real G right there, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So
perfect.
You got to do it, man. Sometimes you got to do it. I've played some dragons. It's like World of Warcraft. You want to level up your character. You got to slay some the little the runts, so you can place the final boss. You know what I'm saying? The 9 and 10, the dime, the IG model. You want to get her. You gotta work your way up and get the experience points and get the armor and the shields and the weapons to be able to take that on. And quite frankly, guys, all jokes aside, this is why it's so important to get out there and deal with a lot of women, man, as a young man in 2020, especially in the current marketplace that we have now. Let's keep it 1,000, guys. We live in a deregulated sexual marketplace, aka dating market. Okay. Yep. And what I mean by that is that the social constraints that used to be out there, right, to contain certain bad behaviors, right, from both genders, not just women. A lot of you guys like to cry just about just women, but there were things in place to contain the males from running around and banging everybody, and contain females from cheating on their husbands.
Yep.
Those constraints are gone, guys. A little thing called religion. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people. There's more atheists than ever before. A lot of people don't subscribe to any type of real religious beliefs. I mean, even me, I'm like a fraud Muslim. I ain't gonna lie. So we live in a deregulated sexual marketplace, and what that's done is it's basically made it where sex is a very normal thing. Don't
forget the part of the WAP. You know what I'm saying? The culture, the music, everything. Destroyed the fabric of society.
Yeah,
social media.
We got songs out like WAP. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I heard that, I was like, Metal Gear Solid status. You know what I'm saying? Yo, are you serious?
Yo, mind you though, if you're a real G, that song tells you what to do with the girls, bro. Because girls want it, bro.
Yeah,
he's gonna give it to them how they want it. You get me?
So yeah, man. So the fact of the matter is, guys, is that we live in a deregulated sexual marketplace. So this all is to build up to this. You need to get out there and deal with a lot of women. So there's going to be times we're going to have to hook up with or deal with girls that you're not necessarily the most attracted to, right? But it's going to be good experience for you to learn, figure things out, see where you stand. Because the thing is that as your game gets better and better, right, you're going to be able to attract hotter and hotter girls, okay? Yep. So, but you got to start somewhere. So,
just after that too as well.
Go ahead.
Some guys be like, yo, I don't want to date 4 or 5. I want hot chicks. Bro,
they're a virgin.
If you got no experience, bro, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you look like, bro. Like, for a fact, dude, you're gonna have to go through the mud. Like, everyone has to go through the mud at some point, either at the beginning or the end. Everyone has to do it. Yo, shout out to my boy Roger Lizard. He says tons of gems being dropped. My respect for you guys. Cool dude. What's up, Roger? And then Robert had a question here, real quick, Myron. So he's saying, my question from before, Myron, how would you approach a set of two girls if you're alone? Do you open both of them, and what would you do?
Yeah, so with two sets, you got to well, should we? Okay, I'll answer this, and then guys, please keep your questions to the end, just so you don't mess up the flow. But I approach both. And the reason why you have to approach both is because if you have a two set, you can't leave the friend just awkwardly standing there. Because the friend that you're talking to, she's gonna cut the interaction short to not make her friend feel ostracized. So you're gonna have to open both and address both and do it in a way that's tactful and engage the other friend as well. And what you can do is you can do this by doing what I call the bad girl scenario, where you can be like, so which one of you guys is the bad girl? You know what I'm saying? And when you look like you're the angel, you look like, you know what I'm saying? And then you can that way you're playing a game where you're engaging both women at the same time, and the other girl doesn't feel bored. And then also it's going to speak a lot to you as a guy, because that's going to show social acuity on your end, that you're not a weirdo, and you understand social dynamics. You understand that it's incredibly impolite to interrupt a group of friends and just talk to one person. You know what I'm saying? You need to talk to both. So it's going to make you more attractive. And then the other thing too is her friend's going to co-sign on you if you're able to win her over and be socially calibrated, because like I tell you guys all the time, women need approval from many different people a lot of the time to figure out if they're actually attracted to you. And whether it's like you have like cool pictures with like other people there with you, or you're out with her and other people like treat you well, or her friends say some positive things about you, you need social proof to get the baddest chicks. So by doing that, you're going to basically use her friend, right? That could be there as an obstacle, and you're going to turn her into an ally. She's going to co-sign on you, and you're going to be more attractive, because women need approvals from many different parties to invest sexually.
Facts. 100%. Robert,
dropping no game like this, bro. Like, yo, man.
Yeah, nobody, bro. See, we're in the game, baby. Like, yo, Robert, thanks again for the donation. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, but let's head over to number 2.
Okay, so yeah, so yeah, guys, just be prepared to the long story short, take one for the team. Don't be selfish. You got to slay runs to get to the final boss. So we're gonna get into the second one.
Round 2, fight.
All right, the most common mistake I see, right, especially over here in Miami, bro. Like, dude, I'd be like, yo, bro, like, this is so weird, bro. Like, imagine, right? You see a hot chick, for whatever reason, she's by herself. Like, guys, the golden goose egg is a girl that's by herself by the bar. She wants to be approached, bro. Like, I mean,
facts.
Always be careful, though, because she might be waiting for a dude to show up. But at the same time, check your surroundings and then go for it. Money, right? You see the golden goose egg, you see the unicorn there by the bar, right? By herself. You go talk to her. You're with some friends, right? All of a sudden, you feel this thing, this presence behind your back. You turn around and you see your boy. You're like, what the? Nigga, I'm busy, bro. Like, what are you doing? And this happens so much. Like, bro, I don't know why dudes do this, bro, but they'll like, just like stand there and watch the dude like spinning game. I'm like, bro, that is so weird, bro. Like, you don't understand. Like, that is just like a turnoff. Like, don't do that, guys. Like, let your boy do his thing, and then after he's done, you can ask about the chick. They'll be like, yo, bro, like, is she going for it? I'm like, dude, what kind of player are you, bro? Like, do you know the game at all, bro? Like, let him do his thing, and then talk to your boy. You know what I'm saying? You get me? Like, I don't know, bro. That's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, bro. When you do that type of thing, bro, it just be like,
really, nigga?
Like, yo, like, yo. When you see your friend talking with a chick and he's got her isolated and he's already talking to her, yo, you get out of the way, man. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then if anything, you could like ping him. Hey, what's the move? Are you going to close this one or you not? You don't come up and be like, here's an man, bro. That's the I'm going to give you guys another pro tip. If your friend is dealing with the chick and it's obvious, right? Because this is why it's important to go out with guys that are players and know what they're doing. Because if your friend, if your friend knows how to deal with women and he's talking to a girl for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you already know at that point she's probably passed some tests. He's vetted her. She's worthy of a drink. You understand? Like, he's been dealing with her. So what you do as the wingman is you're gonna do this. You're gonna go to the bar. You're gonna get your boy a drink, and then you're gonna and then you're going to also get her a drink. Okay. Now there's ways that you can find out what she likes. Maybe your boy like got it, like he figured it out from her. Maybe you were in an interaction earlier and she mentioned like what she likes to drink and you remember, like little things like that. But you can basically figure out what it is. Okay. Then you're going to get the drinks, one for your boy, one for her. You're going to go up to your friend. You're going to give them both the drinks and you're going to walk away like nothing. Okay. And just leave. And what that does is that's going to be enormous social proof, right? That you have a friend that's good. And on top of that, you guys got a little bit of expendable income. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys can do it, but she's earned it because she's been talking with your friend. She's probably been showing favorable behavior, etc. So what you're doing is, and here's the other thing too. You're kind of, it's you that's rewarding her, not really like your boy. So she's still got to qualify to him. Does that make sense, guys? So that's like a really strong power move where if anything, you make your friend look better, but he didn't have to necessarily like supplicate to her or like invest really. You know what I'm saying? Facts. So you're doing it for him so that he can still maintain that attractive vibe. Like he hasn't like kind of simped out or spent no money on her, but you're doing it for your boy. You're spending that money for your friend so that he can have a higher close rate so he can be more attractive to the woman. So that's a pro tip right there. I should have put that behind the paywall, but you know, it's all good.
Free game, guys.
Yeah.
Yo, story time real quick. We got our boy Chris in the chat. He said, I remember when I went out with my boy in the past, picked up a chick, made her at the bar, walked out with her. Homeboy came up to us and wanted a threesome. Never saw it do it again. Bro. Low IQ. Low IQ, bro. Damn.
And you already know that, like, when you have a friend that does stupid stuff like that, you already know what's going to happen.
Denied.
And Chris probably didn't get the cheeks that night because here's the thing why I always say it's so important to have like wingmen that know what they're doing. When you don't have wingmen, if you have like a wingman that's inept, it's going to make you look bad because the girls that you're with is going to be like, yo, you hang out with this clown? What the? Yep. You're probably a clown too. What's wrong with you? So, yeah, man, that's terrible.
All right, folks, we're going to do number one now.
We're going to go to number one. Okay, guys, get ready for it.
The finale.
All right, go ahead.
All right, guys. So this one here is very important, and this is probably the most important out of all the list. Like, if you were to watch the whole video, this is the part that you want to watch, right? So number one, guys, reason why you don't want to do this is because you're going to kill yourself and your friend. This is like suicide. This is like the suicide mission, and you literally just like made it happen right, like that, right? So number one is always give positive reinforcements to your friend in front of females. Guys, I know where guys we like to like clown each other, like, you know what I'm saying, call each other names like, oh, you're gay, you're homo, da da da. Guys, in front of girls, that shit is literally gay because they're like, yo, is this guy really gay? Because they don't play like this. They're more like very like how to put this. They watch what you say and they listen to what you say. Us, we're like, oh, we're just goofing around, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in sports, the guys will like slap each other on the butt. I mean, that's kind of weird, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like things that guys do behind the scenes, right? So if you're out and about and you're like, yo, bro, you remember that time I beat you up you know, at the crib? That was funny, right? And it goes right there, bro. I mean, like, yo, dude, I don't know how to explain this, but like, you're low IQ because
you know what? I'll explain it when you say something stupid like that.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
And this is why, if you have friends like that, bro, do not go to the club with them. Do not do approaches with them because they're gonna mess up your whole set. And they'll laugh it off. Like, but bro, that's not funny, dude. Like, why are you doing this? Like, go somewhere else, bro. Like back away. Because what's gonna happen is over time, you're gonna be known as that guy that either got beat up by your friend or is a lame, hangs around like weirdos. So you kind of go by yourself, do your thing, and have that freedom approach without having anyone come behind your back and make it funny. You're like, oh, are you gonna smash her tonight, bro? Like, don't do stuff like that, bro. That's uncalled for. Go ahead,
bro. Man, like, oh, yo, bro, like, you guys don't understand, man. Like, if you're out with it, like, if you have any friends that do any of the following, I'm gonna go over the things that you need to cut these dudes off immediately. Okay, if they do, I gotta queue up something up for this one, bro. If they try to slap box you in front of girls, they try to play fight with you in front of girls. Okay, they bring up embarrassing memories about you that make you look less masculine. Oh, you get bullied all the time. You know, they make fun of your money. Yep. They talk about past relationships that you might have been a cheater in or whatever. Bro, automatically it's gonna be cut those friends off right away, bro. Because you guys got to understand is that when you're with women, you need to literally have you need to make your friend look like a god, man. I'm gonna give you guys an example. We're gonna go down memory lane. So for you guys that I'm sure I know a lot of guys in here are also probably in John's body language mastery group, and we got a guy in there. His name is Googs, and he's the Male Academy. Shout out to him. He teaches guys leadership. Okay, you guys should definitely check him out. The Male Academy. He was here in Miami visiting me back in December of last year, right before this beer bug crap. So he's from San Diego. So I took him to SLS pool party, right? And I was talking to this girl. Pretty bad, and I'm talking with her, and she sees Googs, and she's like, "Oh, I you're cool, but I think your friend's really hot." And I was like, "Okay, so I have a couple of options here." I can be mad, right? And and continue to try to talk to her and build attraction and be like, butt her to maybe take a L, or I can be like, B, I'm going to DHV my friend and pass her off to him. Well, this is what I did. I was like, oh, really? Okay, well, let me tell you a little bit about him. He does this and this and this. He's here visiting me. And I basically told a story, but within the story that I told her, I was able to DHV my friend, right? So I told a story that as I'm telling the story, there's traits in there that show higher value, okay? So now in her head, she has a higher perceived notion of my friend, has a higher perceived status. So what I did was, we were at the other end of the pool. The SLS pool party, it's like a big pool. So we're at one end and my boy Google's at the other end because we had a table. So I'm telling her about him, and then I'm like, all right, cool. Well, let me introduce you to him, right? So I get these little things in her head because you guys got to remember, man, women fall in love from their head, right? And men fall in love through their eyes. That's why men lie and women wear makeup. You understand? So I walked her from the end of the pool to my boy Googs. And while I was walking her, I grabbed her by the hand and I walked in front of her. And the reason why I did this was so that I can show the other chicks at the pool party pre-selection. This woman's following me, blah, blah, blah. It makes me look more attractive. So when I open up my next set, I'm going to have a little bit more perceived status. You always got to be cognizant of these things when you're running game outdoors or in a club, whatever it may be. People are watching to some degree. So I bring her over. I introduced the two. Bam, bam. Googs was able to close later that night, and we made it happen. But if I was an idiot, right? If I was,
are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
I'd be either A, like getting mad, like I'm not gonna bring her, or I'd bring her to Googs and be like, all right, Googs, you want to slap box? Like, nah, bro. Like you're trying to try to do some horse play is not cool in front of women. You can do that stuff, when you guys are hanging out, whatever. But when you're around women, your friends need to be superstars. You understand?
Yep.
If you do anything to degrade your friend when you're running game, you are an idiot, bro. And that's actually one of the quickest ways for me to tell. Like if I see a guy make fun of his friend when he's talking to women, I already know he's
blue pill,
stupid, low value,
low IQ.
With chicks, like he doesn't get girls, because when you do that type of thing, I know off rip you don't get women, because that right there is that's like a very insecure trait to do that, to try to bring your friend down from getting laid. That tells me that you don't get laid, which means inherently you're lower value male probably. So
like, for example, whenever me and Myron go out, we do a double dates, whatever, like he's always like, yo, bro, like, oh no, he'll be like, yo, my boy Fresh's Range Rover is better than this Range Rover. And it's like funny because I'll be like, yo, I know what he's doing. He's trying to big me up. But like, he knows, because like from a player standpoint, he knows the game. Most guys don't know the game. So if you go chill with them and they're blue pill, you're probably going to lose up, because one, they don't know what they're doing, and two, they think it's funny, and it's not funny at all. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to be on point. And like Black Star said, shit is chess, it ain't checkers. So
yeah, man. So, man, I might have to fire. We got 6 minutes left on the phone line. Guys, the phone number is 515-605-9740. Can you put that in the thing? I'll put it in right here. So you can put it for the guys. And then we can just, on the list, we can go through the questions.
Yeah, because I think we pretty much covered the questions, and we got the Zoom call after for patrons.
Okay.
So.
Oh, okay. So there's no guys. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat. Other than that, we'll close the show and we'll go into what's it called, the Zoom call, where we'll do the coaching call with all of our our patrons. Which guys get on the Patreon if you want to jump in the Zoom call. If you get in now, you'll get the link. It's patreon.com/freshfit. You can jump in for only $5, pretty much like, cheaper than a Starbucks venti to meet some chick that probably ain't going to smash you anyway. So you might as well get the game from us and then go to get that $5 and get a venti later and smash her out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Fresh Fit. If your boy, what do you say? Oh,
it says if your boy,
yo, put up the number, Fresh, like, so they can go. Yeah, there we go. Boom. 515 guys, 605-9740. That is the number to call. Let me see here. If we don't get any calls, we'll just end the show.
All right.
Yeah, and we should have put it up a little bit earlier. But any other questions or comments here?
Okay, let me see. Robert has a question here.
Question. We're trying to find you guys.
Where's this question? I can see it in my phone, but not on the. Oh, here we go. So Robert asks question. How many followers do you need minimum if you want to start sliding DMs? Let's say you have fire picks. Good question, bro. All right, guys. So there is no magic number, but there's a better optic when you do this. So let me explain. So my thing is, if you have a good profile, if you have a good setup, like that's going to be the main gist of it, the main strength. However, let's say there's a dude with 1,000 followers hitting her up in her DMs versus this guy with 10,000 followers. Which one do you think she's gonna respond to more, right? So my thing is all about perception, right? And the fact of the matter is no matter how good you look, chicks just think the more followers you have, the better person you are, and the more interesting you are. So I would always say, Robert, if you can get your followers up as much as possible, I would say maybe like 5K, 6K. The perfect number is 10K because like the average female doesn't have. The average guy doesn't have 10K followers. Have like maybe like 1,000, 2,000. So if you can get to like 10K, and like I teach my clients, like you could do promotions, you could do different things, and of course, we're gonna explain that more in detail. What you can do to build up your followers. Like, dude, I'm a regular guy, bro, a nerd from the islands, came over here, built up a following, and if you do things the right way, it's gonna build organically and naturally. And over time, what's gonna happen is like, for example, when I do a story, right, on my page, like it goes to the explore page, which means one, I'm big enough to make that post so people from all over the world can see it. And then two, I have a lot of followers. So then they come to my page, they see my following, they see my post. Oh, this guy's pretty interesting. Let me go follow him and see what he's up to. I'm saying tomorrow, tonight, whatever. And funny enough, I did like a screen record just now of a girl sliding into my DMs, like, oh frick, I don't even know who she is, bro. Like just randomly. And the thing is, with a good optimized Instagram, like I'm saying this right now, guys, you don't even need to do cold approach. Like literally, like, I can sit home, focus on my business and on my work, and I get DMs all the time. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 DMs, and I can choose which girl I want to chill with. Like that is real power, guys. Like I don't know how to explain it, but that's real power. So in this case, Robert, just go ahead and build it up as much as you can. The lower, the worse, the better. The higher, the better. And I would say 10K is like that magic sweet spot where like, okay, he's popping, he's doing something. Like, what does he do? You know what I'm saying? So 10K.
Yeah, that's a great question. We got another question here. Let's see here. Go ahead. I have no red pill friends who are into game. I'm the only one with this edge. I literally have no wingman friends. How can I train them? Get the friend that you trust the most and start indoctrinating him, bro.
Yep.
Start like literally cramming game down his throat and teach him how to do the things, bring him out with you and teach him the ways. But it's got to be someone that's going to want to learn. Because here's the thing, man. Let me tell you something. A lot of guys are ego invested in their terrible ways of procuring women. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of dudes will get no chicks in a year, get one chick and say, all right, man, I got the best method. Like I treat girls like queens. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing. Most guys don't know what they're doing at all. Like they have no clue on how to actually be attractive
90
with chicks.
seconds.
I'll just close the phone lines down. Like they have no clue on how to actually attract women, but they're so ego invested.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
They're so invested in how they've been able to acquire women, whether it's through a friend route, simping, whatever it may be, that they don't like hearing uncomfortable truths about why their methodology is inferior. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find a guy that is willing to learn and drop bad habits, which 99% of men have when it comes to attracting women, and take that guy and mold him into a good wingman.
Facts.
You got to know what you're doing too, you know? So
100%.
let's see here. Anything else on the questions? Otherwise, we'll just get the the Patreon Zoom going.
Okay, guys. So I just posted in the Patreon the Zoom link. So if you're in a Patreon, just hop on there real quick. We're just gonna continue there. Make sure your camera's on. Make sure your name is there, so we know who you are, and we'll answer your questions there. We have no more questions here. Okay. So Chris says Bogdan asked a question, and he said, "Let's see."
Best way to frame going back to a girl's house if you met her at a bar on the other side of town. Bro, I mean, yo, this is why logistics is so important. Like you can, a trick that you could do for this is you could be like, hey, to get in her house, you could say, can I use the bathroom? But bro, you always want to control as many variables as you can. You know what I'm saying? So you want to get her back to yours. Don't even try to frame it getting her to hers. Screw that. Go to her. You go to yours.
Yep. Whichever is better, closer you want to do, because you don't want to waste that time. And then she's like, oh, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's taking too long. I'm just going to head it back. So,
yep.
All right.
Okay. We got Rohan G has one.
He says, Myron, how do you carry big phones when you're out jogging, especially if
I'm not out jogging, man. I lift weights. So like, no, I don't jog, bro.
Okay. This guy Toddy Kid says, why do women F for some time then disappear completely? How do I prevent this from happening? It's a repetitive thing for me.
On a type of bro, get on the Patreon, because I'm gonna have to ask you questions to figure this out. Like I'm not trying to upsell you, but like that's a very there's multiple threads to that. Why that might be happening to you?
Layers to that.
Yeah, there's many layers. I need to figure out what type of chicks you're dealing with, where you are, all this other stuff, and then I can dispense you a good answer based on your thing. Because if I just answer it generally, that's one thing, but like there's so many different factors as to why women might ghost you that you're not even aware of. You know what I'm saying? So get on the Patreon, man. Patreon.com/FreshFit. We're going to have a Zoom call right now, guys. We'll have it for an hour. We'll answer all your guys' questions. Obviously, without YouTube coming in, and we have to obviously keep it clean on YouTube. But yeah, man. So we'll get the thing going right now. I think we got some guys piling into the Zoom call right now. Yep. Okay. So yeah, man. Cool. So,
all right, folks.
And we're on this broadcast.
And okay, anything you want to close out with, Myron, before we head out?
No, man. Just we're gonna be on the show this Thursday, guys, on my channel. We're gonna break down the Salt Bay controversy on my channel on Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
Fit podcast, man. Because there's a lot of other things going on there that we're gonna need to talk about. So, guys, tune in, and we'll catch you then, man. What do you got, Fresh?
And then I have, guys, I just released my ebook for social media game. So if you're like in the market and you want to figure out like how I can get girls online, how I can get girls on automated to come to me, like that's the thing you want to focus on, because I'm telling you right now, guys, in the future, Instagram and whatever big social media site is going to be active is going to be what girls are going to be on. And if you think about it, where's all the girls' attentions? On Instagram. So if you're popping on Instagram, you're going to have a lot of eyes on you, and then you get the skill of getting whatever you want. So for example, Myron knows this, right? I literally wake up, or I'll be in my bed at night. I can go on like 3-5 dates if I wanted to, just because I set up a certain way that attracts girls to me and gives me those options. So like, yes, you want to focus on color posts. You want to, what I'm saying, get your game up, get your experience up. But at some point, you want to kind of be automated so you can focus on what you need to focus on, your business, whatever, and also get girls on demand. So check out my ebook there. The link is there. So there you go. All right, guys, so we're going to head out of here. Great show, guys. Once again, Myron Gaines came through with the fire gems. And stay tuned for the Zoom call in like 5 minutes, all right? So we are out of here. Peace out.
All right, guys. Peace.